Hello, Sharath. Welcome to Rajas of Ranji. This is the third episode, and it's a pleasure having you here. This series essentially is to pay tribute to the legends of our first-class cricket. No, I won't say only Ranji Trophy. Legends of first-class cricket in India who were unfortunate not to play for the country. We're really honored to have you on this show.
Thank you, Ashwin, and it's a nice invitation. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks. So, to begin with, how are you spending the lockdown?
Oh, it's been very tough, Ashwin. To be honest with you, it's been a very tough time for the past 4 months, and I hope it doesn't continue for a long time. It's been tough for everyone. Not only for me, for all the entire India. So we have to need to live with the crisis, and it's really being tough on us, and we are learning. Everything is learning in life, and I'm sure people will live to learn with this also.
Yeah. I was discussing with someone the other day that the standard of sport will obviously drop because people aren't playing competitive sport. So the standard of global cricket will drop after when people come back after this break, don't you think?
One thing from the mental side of it, they will be much more stronger. I have no doubts on that, because the more you are not holding your bat or ball, or you're not in action, this gives you time to be much more mentally stronger. When you come after a break in any form, that is not only in sport, generally you feel fresh. So your thinking process will be right. So I feel the mental aspect will be good. I don't know about the technical aspect of that, because some people will take a lot of time to get into the groove. Some people can adjust very quickly. So I'm sure that in the course of another month or two, and after the IPL, I guess probably all of them will be in good shape.
Yeah.
But that practice will help them.
This is a very good point you brought up. Nobody I've talked to has ever brought this up, this mental aspect. Yeah, it's a very interesting, it obviously comes from your years as a professional sportsman. So how did this journey in cricket begin for you? How did you get introduced to cricket?
To be honestly, Ashwin, I was a tennis ball player and I was a roadside player. In Chennai, we play a lot in roadside tennis ball, cricket ball. First thing was that when I was in fifth standard, studying in Montfort, in my class team matches will be there, 50A versus 50B. So apparently my friend told me that, we don't have 11, why don't you come? So I was playing a little bit cricket in cock ball, tennis ball and all. But when they called me for the match, I said, "Are you sure?" They said, "Yeah, you come, we have to fill in, so come and play the match." So when I played, you will not believe, the first thing is that I got an 100.
Really?
I myself got shocked. So I couldn't believe myself. So everything I collected, it went for a 4. All my classmates were also shocked. They never knew that I used to play, like I myself was shocked, because there was no coaching those days. So basically you need to play, and in the ground and the school campus or something. So suddenly my classmates, everybody turned. They said in Tamil, "They என்னடா நீ இப்படி ஆடுற?" That means, "Hey, what, you're playing so well." So I said, I myself is shocked. First time I'm playing a match scenario, 11. So that was my first thing, and then people also encouraged me, my classmates and my mom and my dad, my parents. They also said, a couple of classmates came to my house and said, "Auntie is really playing well. Why don't you put him in a thing?" And also that's where it started.
But did you play on a matting wicket in that first game?
Yes, it was a concrete. On top of concrete was a mat.
Oh, so that is.
So that was it was a bit interesting. And it was a good experience to to have first time. So that gave me the confidence to for me also. Okay, I can take up this sport. Yeah.
So clearly, you're a back foot player.
Definitely, because I've all my cricket I've played in mat. In
Mhm.
Chennai, after 97, 98, only turf came into existence. So, for the first half of my career, that is till under 19s, it was only matting cricket.
Yeah.
So, till 20 years old, I played a lot in matting. So, that really helped us to, to develop our game. If you're a back foot player, you could play good bounce. That is whether it is fast bowling as well as spin bowling. So, that adjustment would have been that was very good in that time. If you play matting well, you could play a very decent level of fast bowling. You could definitely adapt.
Okay. And how did the career progress after that? So once you got that 100, and where did you start learning cricket?
Yeah, after that, just opposite to my ground, the opposite to my house, there is a ground,
Okay.
St. Beach Playground in Mylapore area. That's where, everything started. I think Mr. T.S. Mohan, that is Mr. Abhinav Mukund's uncle, he used to have an academy like, for for some cricketers. So I joined there for practice, and then slowly I started. Then my school, Santhom, was a good school, cricketing culture school, where
Mhm.
I had coaching practice from coaches like Mr. Dharmalingam, PK Dharmalingam, Mr. Srinivasa Rao, Mr. CPS Mani, and even my uncle, Mr. Swati, who was also coaching there.
Okay.
Mr. Palani was he was also coach, the joint secretary of TNC. So a lot of coaches were there. So it was a cricket-oriented school, where they used to encourage sports. So cricket, they encouraged a lot. So that's where I got into it. And sixth standard. So
Okay.
from there it developed 3 years of proper coaching. That is sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. I had proper correct coaching. I had.
Okay. And then what did you play after that? Did you go with under 15, under 12? How did it?
Yes, yes, you are right. I got first selected for under 15. To be honest with you, I never thought I'll get selected for state because those days there was city districts match, where I got around 15 or 20 in both the innings. Where,
Okay.
but the selectors were somehow impressed on me. I don't know for what kind of reason, but
Mhm.
I was confident that I won't be there. That
Mhm.
my performance was not that great, so I was thinking that I will not get an opportunity. But somehow selectors put faith on me and gave me a chance to get selected in under 15.
Okay.
First trip was Vijayawada, I think, in 1980, uh, 84, I think, 84, 85, 86, 87, I think.
Okay.
That was under 15. And then the next year, it was under 17, where, where I started figuring myself out, and, that's where it started, where I could made some runs for state uh,
Okay.
against Karnataka, because those days we used to play between the zones.
Yeah.
So and then only we had an opportunity. If you come in the top two, only we'll qualify for the knockouts. So
Yeah.
we used to play inside the zone. So I had an opportunity to play against Karnataka. I did really well. So that's
Okay.
where I think, to be honest, even Rahul Dravid was there.
Okay.
The great Rahul Dravid was there. So
Uh-huh.
we played together. So it was a fantastic, opportunity I got in under 17. From there on, it went on to under 19 and so on.
Okay. Before we go ahead, to get selected in the city versus district, you must have done well in your school.
Yes, yes, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
So,
You're absolutely right. The competition was very tough those days. See, you have to perform whatever opportunity you get.
yeah.
It was not like now where you people give you a lot of opportunity. Those days it was a bit tough, and matches were also less.
Yeah.
So whatever opportunity you got, you need to knock it off. So
Uh-huh.
there was constant pressure of playing any match. You have
Mhm.
to earn your place to to get into any team.
That's right. So under 17 to under 19, how did that take place? You probably came into Ranji recognition after performing in the under 19s, right? Did you play India under 19 also?
Yes, yes. And after 17, I had an opportunity to play under Rahul, India under 19, where the selection match, South Zone was in New Zealand, where New Zealand team was led by Lon Howell, Stephen Fleming, Dion Nash, Matthew Hart, Gary Stead. All of them played. You know, it's a very good New Zealand team. So Heath Davis. So some of them were there around 10, 11, 12. They are all future international stars after that. But before coming to, for them, for you know, we came to India. We had a selection match. South Zone was in New Zealand, where myself and Rahul both got hundreds at Vizag, Visakhapatnam, the selection match. And he was the captain of the India under 19 team. I was there in the team. So ultimately, you know, myself, Rahul, Sujit, Somasundar,
Somasundar, yeah.
Amit Pathak, and Suresh Kumar from Kerala, left-arm spinner. We five of us got selected for the India under 19 team to play against New Zealand. And was lucky also in Bangalore Test match. I got 140, 137 in the first innings and 90 odd in the second innings.
Wow.
So, you know, Kailash Gatani was the coach. I know, and he was a very good coach, to be honest with you. Those days, you know, he was a different coach. You know, his man management skills were slightly different from others. So, you know, he was a good coach, and I also had a very good captain. You know, people know about Rahul. They know he was a very good captain to, you know. He motivated all the players in you know, the team, the entire team, you know.
Okay.
And we played a very strong New Zealand team, and you know, they lost to us in Test match, and in one day it was I think it was a drawn series.
Oh, that's great. So how did the Ranji call-up come? Which performance of yours pushed you into first-class cricket?
See, for you know, for us and people in Tamil Nadu, our league structure was is very good, and the performance of First Division League those days were were very competitive. It was equal to probably a Ranji Trophy match. The standard of cricket was very high, and you know, there were around 50-60 good players, and from that you need to get into the 15. It was very tough. So our First Division standard was very tough. So I got into a team called Reserve Bank of India, my very first year. So, you know, they gave me the opportunity. So I got around 600, 700 runs in league the very first year. And I did very well in the India under 19 test match, and also for the state. For the state, Tamil Nadu. In 1990, we won the national championship under 19. So under Sriram's captaincy. Sriram was the captain for Tamil Nadu. Under him, we won. So that that performance, was that performance took me to the Ranji Trophy, squad. But the very first year, I was in the squad only. I couldn't. I didn't get to play any matches.
Okay.
1991.
91. So where did the first break come in? How did you break into the Ranji Trophy? When was your first game played? When did you play your first game?
That was I got to play 91-92 season. I was in the team. 93 I got my debut. I had my debut. The first game was in Salem against Andhra, where the match was washed out. Srikanth Chika sir was the captain. And, we are a star-studded team. You know that former players of Tamil Nadu. There are 6-7 guys who represented India those days. That is, Srikanth was there, W.E. Raman was there, V.B. Chandrasekhar was there, B. Arun was there, L. Ramakrishnan was there, Venkat Ramana was there. You had Ashish Kapoor, Senthil Nathan, Arjun Kripal Singh, D. Vasu, Sunil Subramaniam. It's a very tough team to get into. I had the chance of breaking it into the team and getting into the 11. And to be honest with you, I started with failure. You know,
Okay.
to
Uh-huh.
be, I had my first innings first game was washed out. The next
Okay.
game I got was 2. After that I got was 1-0. And then
Oh.
the first 4 games I got 2-1-0-4. Somebody would have
Oh.
thought it was hotel room number, or they used to call those days as STD code.
Yeah, yeah.
I got I got the 4 5 games I didn't do well, 4 games, and the fifth game I got a good score, and after that I didn't look back. I think after that I got settled a bit, but the first 4 games was really tough and it was a nightmare because
Mm.
the those days we had under 23 under
Yeah.
23 before playing Ranji Trophy. uh, I got hundreds in all the state matches I played. So I know I was in a good frame of mind, and you know in good frame of mind and a good form. Suddenly when you go there, I didn't knew what to do. By
Okay.
seeing the stars also in the dressing room, it was um, and to look at them and see, people used to admire. Suddenly you're playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
It was found very odd, and it took some little bit time for me to adjust. And then once I got to get into that
Mm-hmm.
groove, and I should thank the selectors of those times, like Venkatraghavan sir, or Abdul Jabbar sir, S. Vasudevan.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were selectors those time. I think today I'm feeling that they really backed me, and I think I didn't disappoint them. It's
No,
very
no, yes.
important those days.
Mm-hmm.
It's to back a player if you know that he has a talent. So somehow they had trust in me. It was easy to also to get dropped those days when when you don't score runs for 2 3 matches. The doubts creep in. A lot of things happen,
Yeah.
but somehow they had that faith in me to
Mhm.
to back me for for some more games.
So it was more mental than your game was on. You were on top of your game. So technically, your first 3 4 Ranji Trophy games, it was more of a mental struggle.
Exactly.
Okay.
That adjustment. Some people can do it straight, but some people will take some time. So somehow I felt that I was also, I won't say that I was overconfident. I was confident because I had good strings of scores before coming into the debut game. But somehow, I think, I couldn't cash in that moment. That
Okay.
first 3 4 innings, but it took some time for me to understand, what is it to play to do in Ranji Trophy.
Okay.
So it took some time, little bit time for me.
So
It was
take
not
us.
technical; it was mental,
Okay.
as you say. You hit the nail
Okay.
on the head. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So take us through your first good innings in Ranji Trophy, where you say you didn't look back after that. How did? Who was it against? And take us through that innings.
It was a knockout game against Assam, where we played in Southern Railway grounds in Perambur,
Okay.
Railway Stadium at Perambur in Chennai. So it was a knockout game where Lalchand Radboot, Lalchand Radboot, Chandrakant Pandit, and one more. There are 3 guest players playing for them, for Assam those
Okay.
days. So the knockout game where we were 40 for 4. I had a very good partner, Senthil Nathan. Both of us added around 270, 300 runs partnership.
Okay.
So from 40 for 4, we took the score to around 400 plus, 350, 400 plus. And that's where I thought, okay, I realized that, I could play a bit and hang on there for some time in that, Ranji Trophy level. And
At,
that innings was very crucial for me because in Tamil Nadu, if you will get 5 6 innings, but you have to, when you're playing well, you need to cash in. So when I was batting well on the cross that early phase, once I got an 100, after that, um, to be honest, the failures were less touchwood.
okay.
uh,
And at what position did you usually play?
I used to bat at initially when I started in Tamil Nadu. I used to bat at number 6 because
Oh.
that was the chance, because I couldn't go number up higher because Raman was there. Robin was there, Robin Singh was there, Raman was there, Senthil Nathan was there. 3, 4, 5 they were there because Srikanth used to open, Srikanth and VB. So the
Yeah.
six was the slot I used to bat. So
Okay.
it was a tough slot where I learnt a lot. To be honest, if you're an youngster, if you bat down the order for a team, you will understand much more better things, in the game. Because you watch the openers bat, you watch the top order bat, and then you suddenly play with either
The
with the
tail.
batsman or the tail.
Yeah.
So it makes you I got the opportunity very early itself to bat at the thing. I never cribbed that I batted at number 6, but it was a very, very good learning experience, which I'm thankful to the state, because initially if I had batted higher, I would have not known the responsibility. So, see, they will also say you are a youngster, he will learn. So, but when I batted at number 6, the responsibility was totally different. And the pressure also was different.
Yeah.
So either I used to play the second new ball, or I used to face the team score was 40 for 4. So it taught you a lot of things in batting also. To how to
Wow.
bat with the batsmen, how to bat with the bowlers, making them realize that they can also bat well. So when you play, at that down, you will definitely realize. See, batting up is also a very, very tough job. I'm not taking any credit away from anybody, but for me, the experience was, something which is I realized that to bat under pressure, and perform. I thought it was a very good start to have in
Yeah.
anybody's career.
But later in your career, when you were the senior in the team, which position did we bat in?
I used to bat at number 4.
Number 4.
So number 4 and number 4. Sriram used to bat at number 3. See,
Okay.
Tamil Nadu always had 5 or 6 left-handers. So there was very few right-handers who who played 50, 60 matches,
Okay.
barring Badri alone. But
Okay.
that was fag end of my career. Badri came. But the initial stages were only left-handers. Sriram was there, Raman was there, Robin was there, I was there, Emang Badani was there, Ramesh
Yeah.
was there. So we had a lot of left-handers. So each one, batting was different. But we wanted to have a right-hander, but it never happened for some time, because we had to adjust our roles according to it. So
Your openers were right-handers. VB and Chika were right-handers.
VB and Chika were right-handers in
Yeah.
initial stage. Then after that, after 96, it changed. So
Yeah.
it changed. So a lot of left-handers came into the team. So
Okay.
that is what I think. But in my books, Ashwin, to be honestly saying, in my books, this game is designed for right-handers. In my opinion, if left-handers don't score, there is something wrong.
Re-
So
re- Really?
see,
Why is that?
but if you look at the left-handers in the entire world, the lot of guys who got 300s or 400s are all left-handers.
Yeah.
Why Sachin or Ponting, or you look at Javed Miandad, big players never got 300? Because I personally feel left-handers got a lot of loose deliveries which we could catch in.
Oh, wow. That's a
That's my opinion.
that,
I don't know about others what they think, because a good outswinger for a right-hander, it's on the legs for us. So
I know.
generally the mindset of the bowlers, 90% of them were right-handers those days. So
Yeah.
hardly people used to, you need perfection to bowl to left-hander. So
Yeah.
always left-handers in my books, they have to deliver. They have to
Yeah.
deliver at any cost, because the game is designed for right-handers. So when a
True.
left-hander plays and if it doesn't cash in, that means there's something wrong with him mentally or technically.
Wow.
This is
That's
my humble
that is a
opinion.
great that's a great thought, and no, it's never occurred to me ever. But it's an amazing thought. It's an amazing thought.
Even
Taking
as,
nothing away from left-handers, of course, they
yeah,
have also got to make the runs.
if you look at that, about cricketing history, the left-handers have got triple hundreds. There should be a reason for that, because if you look at the great Viv Richards, he got only 292.
Mhm.
Barring Virendra Sehwag, he's an exceptional, and like Viv Richards, very few people have got 300. If you look at Mark Taylor, Chris Gale, look at left-handers, Alistair Cook, I think,
Look at
uh,
Lara.
Brian Lara, Sangakkara. A lot of guys have got triple hundred.
Mhm.
Ravindra Jadeja has got two triple hundreds in domestic format.
That is true.
So that there's something about that. That means you have to give it a thought. Why? I found that when I'm
Mhm.
playing this, that he has to score. It was mandatory for me to a left-hander to score, because
Okay.
it was tough. I do agree. You need to negate tough times also, but because for us roughs create thing also as a negative. Tough things also for left-hander, because bowlers create rough patches, and from there some things happen. But majority of the times, you get lot of loose balls too. Where
Okay.
they have to cash in, because the game is designed for right-handers.
Okay.
If you if
On
you if
that.
you if you think it over, I think
Mhm.
you will get. It
No,
is
no,
what.
it's a great thought. Without doubt, it's a great thought, and it's a really. I mean, I've been associated with cricket for 30 years, and I've never even thought of this. But anyway, so it's incredible. So coming back now, you've like I said, you've played in enormous number of first class matches. There must be some very interesting cricketing duels that you must have been part of, right?
Oh, absolutely, you're right. See, I have great respect for Mumbai and Karnataka.
Mm-hmm.
In those days, coaching was, not there. Even Delhi, Mumbai, Karnataka, and Delhi, because you can learn a lot by watching at the opponents. The way they play the game, and when you field or when you stand in close in, you also, they know, that they are an opponent, but you get to learn a lot. Get to learn a lot. A team like Mumbai winning 41 times Ranji Trophy is not a
Mm-hmm.
joke. See, this is what called as excellence. Excellence is because nowadays excellence is used just like that. Excellence is this is what is excellent. A Mumbai cricket team, which they don't talk that much. They're not verbal. They come and do the job professionally and go. They commit to themselves honestly. They commit
Mm-hmm.
to themselves honestly for the team, and their decision making. See,
Mm-hmm.
they're winning 41 times because the decision making was is in the next level.
Mm-hmm.
They make right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why teams like Karnataka and Mumbai have a very great respect as an opponent, because
Mm-hmm.
the decision making, the mental toughness,
Mm-hmm.
and the honesty and commitment they bring to the team,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yes,
it's exemplary. So
true.
that's what I got to learn when I played with these kind of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Then you figure that out, and you also work out in your mind that this is what is what. So
Mm-hmm.
that has really also helped me to shape up my career, whatever little I played.
Okay, but then your individual, like if there are some interesting stories while you were playing cricket, like that just to cite an example, Michael Holdings over to Jeff Boycott is now part of history. They very interesting things when you competed with all these top cricketers. So can you share a couple of interesting stories of how it happened? And
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, once I think we are playing in '96 against Bombay at Tirunelveli, where
okay.
we beat Bombay for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
outright. It was a quarter-final game. It was a ranked Turner and underprepared pitch. So, Robin was the captain, and we decided to play in that wicket because to beat Bombay, that was the only chance. We thought, I think we have to beat them by, batting well or playing spin well. That's what we thought that. No, that was a very, very good game, and it it went on till the fifth day morning in a turning
Wow.
rank turner. There was no pitch at all, and hats off to the Bombay the way they fought. And some interesting things went there in that match, and we had Bombay was a very good team, and there were friendly banters going on the field. It was there between myself and Nilesh Kulkarni, and we had some arguments and you know some bad language.
That is part of the game.
Part of the game. The intensity was so high. Nothing to take away any credit from them. They also played very hard, but we had the opportunity of beating them there. So it was that incident was there, and then they had a short leg fielder, got Sunil More, who was a short leg fielder who played for Bombay. Zubin Barucha was there at silly point, short leg. Those guys were also making fun, and not personally sledging, but putting us in that kind of a trauma where you need to survive or score runs and all these things, and that was a game to remember.
But
And
if you have any specific instance,
specific incidents is against Karnataka. It's like
Okay.
it's like playing India Pakistan for us.